Here is the number nobody circles on the pricing page. You are not paying for funnels. Those are unlimited on every plan. You are paying for contacts. Cross 10,000 of them, and your $97 plan jumps to $197, whether your revenue doubled that month or not. That is the whole game with ClickFunnels. The price you land on is decided by which seat you are sitting in, not by the feature list everyone compares. I have built opt-in funnels and cart funnels on this thing, handed them across client accounts, and watched the monthly line climb while the revenue sat still. I'm Dana, so this is the honest read: what it does well, who it is built for, and where it falls short. The bill climbs faster than your revenue. The course tool runs thin for a real cohort, and there is a fee hiding in the footnotes. Start with the thing you actually pay the premium for: the funnel canvas. Every step of your funnel is one node on a single left-to-right map. Here is the opt-in page. Below it, the thank you page, wired straight to it. Each node shows its own page views and opt-in rate right on the card. Nothing hides in a separate tab. And the cart pieces are first class here. One-click upsells, downsells, order bumps. They are node types, not bolt-ons you duct tape in later. And every connection is visible. You can trace a visitor from the first page through the upsell to the thank you without ever opening another screen. So that is one graph holding the whole funnel. No silent breaks where a form forgets to talk to an automation. That alone is why people pay up. The second strength is what sits around that canvas. This is the apps directory, and it all ships on one login. Email marketing right here. A real pipeline under opportunities. Payments, a store, courses, a community. Down the left rail, the same story. Funnels, products, customers, all native. This is the part people love most. It quietly replaces a stack of about 5 separate tools you were paying for and stitching together yourself. And because it is one system, the data moves with it. A buyer in the store shows up in the pipeline, on the email list, in the analytics. No export, no zap, no silent break at the seam. One bill instead of 5. One login instead of 5. For a business that lives inside its funnel, that consolidation is the actual product. Third one is the read most builders quietly pay for: the analytics. Earnings per click, sitting right at the top. Then upfront sales, recurring sales, average cart value, and down here, per step. Views, opt-ins, sales, earnings. For every node in the funnel, you can see exactly which step leaks. That is revenue per visitor at the page level, native, not a dashboard someone bolted on after the fact. And it updates as traffic runs, so you are not guessing which page to fix. You open this, find the step with the worst opt-in rate, and that is your next afternoon's work, decided by the numbers, not a hunch. So that is where it wins. 3 real things, one workflow. The whole funnel on one graph. 5 tools collapsed into one login, and per-step numbers that show you where the money actually leaks. None of those is a checkbox feature. Every page builder has drag and drop. What you are paying for is that they all sit on the same map and talk to each other. That is the judgment a feature list can't give you. The analytics depth is the line between worth the seat and a page builder you overpay for. Here is the move to make before you judge the sticker. Add up what you are already paying: the page tool, the email tool, the cart, the pipeline, the course host. 5 line items, 5 logins, 5 renewal dates. Stack that monthly total against one bill here. That comparison is the honest test, not the headline price. Now, none of that means it fits everyone. The honest part of any review is where the thing pinches, and this one pinches in 3 specific places. Not bugs, not broken. It is priced and scoped for a particular buyer, and if you are not that buyer, the limit finds you. So let me walk the 3 that matter, and exactly who each one catches, because each has a clean way around it. First one, a contact is anyone who hits a form, not just a buyer. Watch this list. Every form fill lands here as its own row. A subscribed status, a lifetime value column, a date added. A free webinar funnel fills this fast. The cap is 10,000 on launch. A creator on paid traffic hits it in 6 to 9 months and gets pushed up a tier whether the revenue moved or not. For a solo on a first funnel, that one stings. So budget for the list you will reach in 9 months, not the one you start with. And if every dollar of subscription is a real decision, start on a free, uncapped builder until the funnel earns. That is the volume trap. The next one shows up the moment you treat this as a place to teach, not just sell. Second one. The course tool is built to sell a course, not to teach a cohort. Look at the caps. 3 courses on launch, 6 on scale, 10 on optimize. But the cap is not the real issue. There is no grading depth, no per-lesson discussion threading, no cohort scheduling, no transcripts. For a course-first creator, that matters, because the thing you sell is the course, and delivery is where people churn. What you actually do is keep the funnel and the cart here, and deliver the real course on a platform built for teaching. That 2-tool split pays for itself by your second cohort. Third one is the quiet one. On the launch tier, there is a 4.9% transaction fee on top of Stripe or PayPal. It is not on this table. It lives in a footnote, so check it at the quote. On a $50,000 a year funnel, that is roughly $2,450 gone in fees. For any funnel doing $20,000 a year or more on launch, that one lands hard. It quietly doubles the cost of the seat. Once your funnel clears about 20,000, the math flips. Move up a tier, where the fee structure is lower, and the upgrade pays for itself. Set the tripwire at month end, not after a year of leakage. Add that fee up, and it is basically 2 months of the next tier, paid in transaction charges alone. So those are the three: the bill that climbs on volume, a course tool that sells but doesn't teach, and a fee in the footnotes. All manageable, but know them before you sign. Let me build a real one. A 2-step opt-in funnel for a free fitness plan lead magnet, then wire the follow-up email on top. I open the Smart Funnel Wizard and pick the funnel type, opt-in, from 6 presets: application, webinar, summit, bridge, video series. It scaffolds the squeeze page for me. Now the page editor, drag and drop. I drop a headline, 3 benefit bullets, the email capture field, 1 call to action button, then the thank you step after it. On the canvas, both pages now sit connected, each already counting its own page views. The whole opt-in page comes together in a couple of minutes. Now the follow-up. I attach a workflow from the template library, the simple product launch sequence. A trigger, then delay, and branch nodes do the emailing. And here is the payoff. I open stats, and the funnel now reports earnings per click and opt-in rate for every step. That is the whole loop. Build, send, read the numbers, fix the weakest step, send again. So how long did that take? The first funnel, end-to-end, runs about 15 minutes from the wizard. The page build is fast. Where the time actually goes is the email workflow, the triggers, the delays, the conditions. That is the depth, and it is where day one slows down. A real launch sequence is not 3 emails in a row. It is a trigger, a delay, a split for buyers versus non-buyers, then a second offer down 1 branch only. Building that the first time is where the afternoon goes, not the page. The wizard is the real shortcut. Staring at a blank canvas is where new builders stall, and the AI funnel builder exists exactly to skip that. So on day 1, start from the wizard or a template, never the empty graph. That is the difference between a 15-minute first funnel and a lost afternoon. If you have already decided to give this a real test, the link is in the description, worththeseat.com/ClickFunnels. It drops you on the 14-day trial. Just know how it works. It asks for a card at sign-up, and on day 15, it rolls into whatever tier you picked. So set a reminder. That is a real test window, not a no-strings sample. Build 1 full funnel inside it before you decide anything. That is the honest way to know if it earns the seat. Now the seat math. Launch, $81 a month on annual. The first funnel tier, fine until your list crosses 10,000 or your funnel clears 20,000 a year, when that fee kicks in. Scale, 164. This is where most funnel-led businesses actually land, and the real reason is up here. 5 workspaces, not the contact cap. Each client needs their own, so an agency upgrades the moment it takes on a third one. Optimize, 248, is only worth it at 10 workspaces and 150,000 contacts. And Dominate is the enterprise ceiling. Name it once and move on. So where do the others fit? 3 different lanes, 3 different seats. Systeme.io is the cost-anxious first funnel lane. It is free forever up to 2,000 contacts, and its unlimited plan is $81 a month. Same monthly as Launch, but with uncapped contacts and emails. Picking Scale over it runs about $996 more a year. What you buy for that is the denser canvas and the cart depth. Kajabi is the course first lane. Native course tools, grading, cohorts, transcripts, and 0 transaction fees. Its growth plan runs $199 a month with 50 course slots, where Optimize gives you 10. For a real cohort, quizzes that grade, a discussion under each lesson, that is a different tool, not a cheaper one. If the course is the business, that is the smarter seat. And Go High Level is the agency lane. $297 a month, unlimited sub-accounts, full white label, versus the 5 workspace ceiling here. It pays back past 6 clients, not before. Below that, the workspaces here are plenty, and you are not paying for resale you will not use. Different businesses, different tools. The lane map is right there on screen. So who actually buys this? Let me put it plainly, seat by seat, because the answer is mostly the same one. Here is the tell. Which seat you are sitting in decides this, not the sticker price. And mostly, everyone lands in the same place. If your business is a funnel, you build it once and tune it for years. This earns its seat, and the tier you land on is Scale. Not because of the contact cap, because of the 5 workspace ceiling. That is the real upgrade trigger, the moment you are running more than your own funnels. An agency at 2 clients feels fine on launch for about 3 weeks. Then the third client needs its own domain and its own contact list, and there is no shared workspace trick that survives it. That jump is a workspace decision, not a contact one. Now the breaks. There are 2. If the thing you actually sell is the course itself, the funnel is downstream, and a dedicated course platform like Kajabi owns that delivery. And if you are on your very first funnel and every dollar of subscription stings, start free on Systeme.io and graduate up when the funnel is earning. Everyone else, the full grid is right there on screen, seat by seat. But the headline is simple. If the funnel is the business, this is built for you. Want to put it through its paces? worththeseat.com/ClickFunnels. Open it, build 1 funnel inside the trial, and let the seat math decide for you. That is the whole point. You do not have to guess. You can just watch which limit you hit first. The funnel, the contacts, or the workspaces. That is the whole decision. Thanks for watching.